Hey, Tony guys here popping in. Now it's 5:40 in the morning, and me and my wife, I got up at 4, hit that snooze, cause she got a trip today. But this back to the husband Chronicles. See, that's another side of things, of just like we get up this morning, she getting ready. Her flight get delayed one time, then it get delayed again. So what I did is, I hired a driver to drive her and my sister, because the airport they flying out of is 2 hours away. And so he gets there at 5 a.m. Now the flight, so he on the clock, I gotta pay him, but now the flight pushed back. But now that second flight, that second pushback, gonna cause them to miss their connection in Miami. So now they got to figure that out. And in looking at the flights that are available, people want like $3,000 for the flights, whereas for both of their round trips they probably paid $650. But that's all American Airlines for you. So here's the thing. I was me and my wife, we came together, as the Bible say, came together. A little quality time, touch your nose. A little quality time. And that right there, in marriage, with kids, busy kids, you don't come together often. You don't come together. Like, scientific studies show 1 time a week is healthy, is beneficial to the body, and that's pretty much what you can get to expect once you have kids in your marriage. Once a week, once you have kids, I hear it's a guy that always be clowning guys who only get to sleep with their wife a couple times a week, but him and his wife ain't got no kids. And so you could knock boots all you want to. When a woman get to sleep in, she get to sleep in. The man, the doctor, or the scientist, or whoever that's going, his reel going viral right now, say a woman sleeping just 1 more hour increase her libido and desire to be with her man by 14%, just sleeping 1 more hour. My wife may sleep 4 hours a night. Just her schedule, just how she do. She may sleep 4 hours, because she might not get to bed till midnight, 1 o'clock, and then she wakes up like 5 a.m. So you're supposed to have 8 hours of sleep, 7 at the least. So we already be in a deficit. I may sleep 5 hours, 6 hours. But my body won't even really let me sleep longer than 5 hours straight. I have to wake up and go back to sleep. So that's the reality of marriage that a lot of people don't realize, in its different dynamics for different marriages. And it ain't that where like I'm just walking around sexually frustrated. I be tired too. Cause yesterday, we was talking, and I'm just sharing this with other couples, and just so sometimes people feel alone, sometimes people don't feel heard. So y'all, and it's our calling, it's my calling, and my wife understand my calling of being transparent and open to help other people. So shut your mouth and stay out your comments. Tony, you don't need to be telling y'all business, and you don't need. That's why my business is here to be told. So that, because it might be a man right now getting ready to divorce his wife because they sleeping together once a week, and he listening to other people bump their gums about what they doing, which they don't even know we don't even know what they doing. And the man could be on video saying statistics to coerce his woman, to make her feel like she got to be putting out more and more and more, when the relationship is more than just sleeping together. So yesterday my wife told me, she was like, yeah, we could blase tonight. And I was like, okay, yeah, because both of us been sick. She been sick, I've been sick. Come nighttime, I'm like, baby, I'm tired. I'm going to bed. God bless you. Now, I know you said You know, the night could be the jackpot, but I got to go to bed. Good night. And she was tired too. She beat me to sleep. So that just is what it is. But now this morning, she get up, she shower, the mascara. She's more of a morning person. So she was kind of standing there in front of me in her robe. So now that's a clue. Okay, she woke up, she feeling good. All right. You see what I mean? This is where a husband gotta be intuitive and gotta pay attention to his wife and gotta understand how she function, how she move. You can't just be, oh, if your wife have migraines, if your wife have back problems, shoulder problems, if your wife is not that sexual of a person, you can't just be power driving them, power drilling them any old time. You got to know how she move. Then you also have to be delicate, and you got to take your time, and you got to really listen to her and hear her, because sometimes as men we could be a little aggressive, especially if we've been waiting on that thing for a week or two. Now we want to, you know, be acting like Shaquille O'Neal in the post about to slam dunk, but you still got to take your time. And so right after, you know, we have our quality time, I'm getting ready to lay my head down. I'm finna lay my head down. I look at the clock, I say, what time the boys got to be up? She say about 7:30. They in soccer camp right now. I look at the clock, it say 5 something. Hey, I'm on antibiotics right now. Get this here cold out my chest. I look at the clock, I say, okay, shoot, I got about 2 hours to lay down, at least a good hour and a half. Then my wife say, you wanna go get something to eat? In my head, I said, absolutely not. Absolutely not. I just had this good, oh, man, I'm ready to go to sleep. So guess what I'm out here doing? Going to get something to eat. Some men, the idiots, will call this being a simp. No, this being a man. They're going the extra mile. My wife, you know, she laid down in the bed. She was like, oh, I'm freezing. Lay down. Keep our air low. And so she lay down in the bed. I got on my night clothes. I got on my little sleeping shorts, my sleeping shirt, throw my hat on. I ain't got no hairline. I get on out here in these streets. Got to go to Einstein Bagel. Then got to go to Starbucks. Then got to go to Chick-fil-A. For a lot of people, you know, that might be crazy. But that's why I'm sharing this stuff, just to let you see, like, it's different dynamics in different marriages. And it's different things that go on. And here I am before 6 o'clock in the morning, out here ripping and running, touching these stoves. And I ain't say nothing. But see, my wife, I realized she in a safe space. She not always, she has not always, we've been married 16 years. She ain't always been in no safe space. She in a safe space because, see, my woman is a very strong woman. She's a very strong woman. She the type of person, she don't like to ask for nothing. She is like the type of woman that the passport bros describe that they don't want. She very strong. She don't like to ask for nothing. My wife is not that feminine. She more masculine than feminine. And so that's for the idiots who keep talking about, ain't your wife Jamaican, ain't your wife Jamaican. That don't mean nothing. That don't mean nothing. What you think, a Jamaican woman soft? You think a Jamaican woman might be the reverse kind of woman you want to have? Shoot, do you know what Jamaican women do? That her mama told me her story. If you touch her mama, she say she bust a man in the head to the white meat with a rock for touching her hand or trying to grab her booty. You hear me? Like, it was some idiots on the Passport Bros video come talking, ain't your wife Jamaican? Your wife ain't even not even American. Yeah, idiot. I ain't get a passport to cross the border to go looking for a submissive woman. I met her in America, and she was raised in America like an American. She just like an American woman. It ain't no, and it ain't much difference. It's like they still expect to be treated right, talked to right. They not finna be bending over backwards. Submission don't mean weak. It don't mean a woman your slave. She still got a brain and a heart and desires and stuff she want. And you got to be man enough to learn how to treat a woman and realize that it don't make you less of a man by going the extra mile for your woman. It make you more of a man because you the stronger vessel. You the leader. And a leader is a servant. So I'd be wrong to say, okay, we both in a vulnerable situation. We both tired. We both just got done making love. We both tired and sleepy. I'd be less of a man to put my wife on the road behind the wheel under those conditions than me getting up and getting on the road. But see, a lot of simps think that submission mean your woman breaking her back and her doing all the hard stuff. Her getting out here and going to fetch your breakfast while she tired. So this what I understand as a man. So I'm gonna take and do this right here. I'm gonna take and do this. Get on out here and do what I got to do. And this what you realize about manhood. So I'm out here doing this, and I'm gonna tell you what, I like to do this kind of stuff because it get me some of my stripes.
I'll be with you one moment.
All right. That baby look good now. So this is what I take out and get out here and do. And this right here. Oh yes, can I have an all-nighter?
All-nighter?
Yep, and also a Asiago bagel toasted with plain cream cheese.
Yes, sir.
And that'll be all.
No problem, my brother. So I got an all-nighter and Asiago toasted with plain.
Thank you very much.
No problem, brother. Go for it.
All right. His butt racial discriminate. Talking about no problem, brother. Hey, how you doing, I'm Blake?
Total's gonna be $12.68.
All right, thank you.
Large hot caramel macchiato. No problem. Pull forward.
Welcome. Thank you. Bagel place smells good, boy. And so listen to me. This part of it, and see, the reason why I like to do this kind of stuff is because, listen, when y'all, if you notice anything about me, one thing you'll notice about me is I got a mouth on me, okay? In every sense of the word, I got a mouth on me. I'm going to tell you like it is, and I'm going to tell you about yourself. And I want you to understand that my wife have to deal with my mouth. Meaning that when I say stuff, some stuff be very sharp, be very direct, without yelling, without cussing. And the same thing with my sons. The same thing with my sister. The same thing with, if I'm dealing with a man at the car dealership, if this man right here took a stupid pill and jacked my order up intentionally, he got to hear from me. I had to go off on some folks in the comments, men and women. I call it straight down the middle. Ripped them a new one, blocked them. Don't come in my comment talking to me no any kind of way. And so I like doing this type of stuff right here too, because it stretches me. It makes me more humble. It reminds me. It helped me even in my communication, in wording things the right way. Wording things the right way. Saying things the right way. Thank you very much.
You have a great day.
All right, you too. He said, you all set, brother. Have a good day, boss man. Hey, my boy needed him a little flavor in his life today. A little soul coming up here. Man, feeling good, because he is a white man. He a white man, but he done been around the brothers a little bit. He feeling good. He had to show me that. Hey, man, I done been around the brothers now. What's going on now? Hey, calm down now, brother. Calm down. So you see what I'm saying? So what happened is, this how, what you have to learn about a relationship is that different people show love differently. So a lot of times we'll think, okay, boom, I could say, oh, my wife don't sleep with me 3 times a week, she don't love me. But my wife will break her bike, and anything I ask her to do, she might not feel like doing it, but she'll go do it. So if I would have said, no, baby, you get the food, she would have did it. She would have did it. She done it a million times. And without me asking, without me even knowing, I'd be asleep. Wake up, she bite with breakfast and coffees and all of that. And so that's what I realize and understand.
Good morning, welcome to Starbucks. Can I get you anything to eat today?
No thank you.
All right, what's a drink?
Could I have a tall iced caramel macchiato with an extra shot?
Absolutely. What else for you?
And actually, could you make that 2 of those?
Okay.
And then could I have a tall, hot, non-fat chai tea latte?
Anything else?
That'll be all.
All right, and what's the name?
Tony,
All right, it's gonna be $16.93.
thank you. See, I can't even use my Starbucks app right now because I'm on the phone. So I got to pay with my card. Missing my points. So you see, I'm up here sacrificing for the work of the Lord. Missing my points. It's 5:59. These folks open. I don't know what time they open to be up here this early. I'm up here coughing and going on, carrying on. Hello. All right.
Do you want straws for the iced drinks?
Yes, that'll be great.
Here's a drink carrier, okay?
Yes. Thank you. And so this is the thing. Love is shown in different ways. So by me doing this, if me and my wife have a rift and the adversary say to her, oh, I don't know if your husband loves you because y'all had that rift and y'all was arguing.
There you go.
Thank you very much.
Of course, have a nice day.
Alrighty, you too. And y'all was arguing and I ain't like the way he said this. He said blase, blase. And so the adversary could say that right there, then she'll be like, oh, you know what? No. my husband will get up 5 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning when he know I'm about to leave, to help me pack, help me get situated, go out, get my breakfast, get my coffee, get our son's breakfast, and all this and that. And see, this is a thing too, this is another thing, is when you human, you don't always feel and have all this extra energy for getting up and getting vegetables out the refrigerator and chopping up the vegetables and putting them in the juicer or in the blender and cracking eggs and salt and pepper, stirring the eggs, putting them in the pan, toast bread, jelly on it, toasting it, jelly, butter, getting sausage or bacon, throwing that in the pan, cooking that, got the smoke coming up in the house, smoke alarm going off, then got to wash the egg pan, wash the egg bowl, wash the sausage pan, get the crumbs from the toast up off the counter, get you some cups, pour the juice or milk or water or whatever in there. When you human, you don't feel like doing that all the time. So you rather come and support somebody's business. These people, this how they make their money, this how they get paid, this how they feed their family. Hey, let me come up here and get a little bit of what you making and just throw you a few dollars. And so if you able to do that, then you'll do that. When you're not able to do that, and we done been there to where I think the man said the order was $12 or $16 at Einstein, and then the lady was it $16 at Starbucks. One was 12, one was 16. Finna see what this Chick-fil-A is. And so if you able to do it, sometimes you're gonna do that. Because imagine my wife, she tired right now. She texted me. She said, she texted me the order, which I forgot the Chick-fil-A order, so I'm gonna have to end this video to see the order. But she texted me the order, and she said, and then after that, she said, I'm gonna lay my head down for 25 minutes, then I'm gonna get up and get back to packing. And I said, okay, smart idea. And then she wrote, okay, I love you. That's not really my wife. My wife ain't really like the I love you first type person. That really ain't her. I typically say I love you first. For her to say I love you, she feeling good. She feeling in a safe space. She feeling like, okay, boom, he just took care of my body. 9, quality time, physical touch, soft and patient. Now, I'm finna get to lay down, lay my head down, and get me some sleep. A driver outside waiting on me. He was here in the Sprinter waiting. He got here 5 o'clock. He finna sit in the Sprinter for 2 hours and wait. So when I wake up and I pack my bags, my driver waiting on me. Gonna take me over to my sister-in-law house, pick up, then drive us 2 hours to the airport. But when I wake up to go pack these bags, I'm finna have breakfast and coffee. Got a hot tea for my stomach in the morning, then the coffee for a couple hours later. The cold, the ice one, she put that in the fridge and she'll drink that in a little bit after she had a hot tea. Got a hot tea and an iced coffee and my Asiago bagel coming home to me. So that right there, as a husband, that put your woman in a safe space. She taking care of all bases covered. It ain't like she a vegetarian or a vegan or raw vegan and I'm feeding her Einstein bagels. That's what she wanted. She wanted Einstein bagels. So everything she wanted is checked off the list. Everything checked off the list. Bump, 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 bump. But see, guess what? Marriage ain't always blissful. Marriage ain't always beautiful. You're gonna have tough times. So that's why you got to get stuff in the hole. You got to get good deeds and stuff like this in the hole so that when you have a rift, when you go through, when you have a disagreement, when you in a season, you really remember how y'all love each other. Because it's gonna be times where you almost feel like you hate each other. But you got to have enough in the bank account, not literal money. Talking about the love account, to where you could pull from that. You could draw from that in them tough times, in them tough seasons. Say, no, I know my person love me. I know my person love me. And what I'm going through, let me see how I'm looking at this. Let me see if this is direct and blatant. Now, I ain't talking about direct, blatant abuse and all of that. I ain't talking about something to where somebody love bomb you and then they tear you out the frame. That ain't what we talking about. And I'm gonna tell you like this right here. When you listen to me, don't ever assume I'm leaving a hole, and don't ever assume I'm meaning something that don't make no sense or that's ignorant. Cause this is what I do. And a lot of times people come on here and, oh well, Tony, well, just cause somebody nice to you and then the next day they punch you in the eye, that don't mean you need to hold on to the love you had yesterday. Well, duh. I ain't say that because that's obvious. It's what we already know that. What's understood ain't got to be explained. So I want you to understand that for anybody that's new here, when you watch these videos, don't ever assume something that don't make sense. Don't ever assume I'm condoning any form of abuse, toxicity, fornication, adultery, none of that. Just because every single thing was not laid out and said for the sake of time, and because I'm shooting these videos while I'm driving down the highway ordering food from 3 different restaurants and shooting the video at the same time. So understand that. But this what you got to do. You do this right here because my daddy used to always tell me, he said, son, in a time of peace, you prepare for war. So right now we in a time of peace. And I'm gonna show you what's different. So normally if my wife getting ready to go on a girl's trip or she getting ready to leave or something like that, I'll be in my feelings. Cause I don't like being home alone. I don't like being with the boys alone and all of that. I'll be in my feelings. But this time I ain't in my feelings. So what that show, I'm growing. That show I'm growing. That show I'm trusting. And what it also shows is that, and me and the boys, we taking us a trip. They don't even know where we going yet. I ain't told her where we going yet because she will be in her feelings because of FOMO. FOMO means fear of missing out. For those who don't know, that's you know, white people word, but we're gonna use it. But she'll have FOMO. So I told her we might go somewhere, but I ain't tell her where. And the reason being is because I don't want to mess her trip up. Now, when she find out we go, she got to grow. Because we 2 peas in a pod. So I'll be in my feelings. And then she'll be in her feelings. So we'll have to grow. We'll have to grow. And I'm have to show growth. So she's going to have to show like, and yeah, she'll miss something, but it's something to where it's kind of one of them things to where I look at it like, okay, if we had daughters, I would want her to do girls trips. They could talk about periods, talk about boys, talk about all, you know, their stuff.
Thank you for choosing Chick-fil-A. How may I serve you?
Yes. Can I have a number 3 with a medium Powerade
Okay.
and a number 1 with a medium Powerade
Okay.
and a 4-count chicken mini, just the chicken minis,
Okay.
and 3 ketchup.
And 3 ketchup. Can I get you anything else?
That'll be all.
All right, I'll see you at the window.
All right, thank you. Let's see, I forgot the order, but I ain't feel like ending my video right there, so I just had to guess. And I'm like, they eat that. They have to figure it out. You got to eat something now. A lot of kids can't get no Chick-fil-A for breakfast and got to eat oatmeal or toast or go get up and go to school with nothing on their stomach. So it's like, got to be thankful. And I even got 3 little options. Added the one other option. And my dad used to always say to me, you know, in a time of peace, prepare for war. So this is a time of peace right here, where you building and you loving. And we in a thing to where I have to show growth. Okay, she going on a girls trip. My sister not married. So that means my sister conversation could be different. My sister perspective could be different. And they could get into some negative conversation. But I still got to trust my wife, love my wife. It could be some guys over there having a guys trip. They could be on a bachelor party, weekend getaway. And see them and see,
Hello. It's going to be 2033.
All righty.
And just some ketchup for you today?
Yes, 3 ketchup. Thank you. Crazy thing about it is, I think I only got one more cup holder.
That's for you, my man.
All righty.
That's for you.
All right.
That's for you, my man.
All right.
And that's for you.
Thank you.
You have a great day, boss.
All righty, you too. There's another white brother. Another white brother. He said, that's for you, my man. Hey, how you know I want to be called my man, dog? Hey, he said, that's for you, my man. I say, yeah, that's for you. That's tickle me. Hey, listen now. When you got that kind of swag, the way you just pull that out of people, they just be my man, my brother. That's when you know. That's when you know you certified now. Hey, listen to me now. Cause see, they wouldn't be acting like that with everybody. Hey, how you doing, sir? All righty, great to see you. All right, have a great day. But me, my man, my brother. Hey, so listen to me. So like I said, I would want my wife to take our girls out so they can have talk about girl stuff without me. And the same thing. So that's what I'm doing with my boys. Now my wife, she gonna have fear of missing out, but that's an opportunity for her to grow. And the reason why, now see, it's a lot of women who will be like, man, you know what? If I got a husband and he's a great father and we got 2 sons, I would love for him to take our sons off somewhere and just have guy time. But my wife grew up with boys playing basketball, so she like one of the boys. So she don't look at it like I'm a man and these 2 boys. She basically look at it like we all the same, cause we all like the same stuff. Like she more of a sports fanatic than we are, and so she kind of gonna be in her feelings. But it's like, okay, it is what it is. It's areas I got to grow in. It's areas she got to grow in. Yeah, that's life. Okay, so I ain't necessarily thrilled about her going out the country with my sister. Because my sister needed a +1. This one my wife idea, was my sister idea, and she asked my wife to go because she needed a +1. Because I guess whoever she was taking, she fell out with. So I ain't necessarily thrilled, but I got to understand, like, okay, a woman need her time too. Now they just did a trip to Las Vegas for Usher little concert he had out there, but not little, it was big. So now this 2 girls trip, both of them my sister idea. This is another thing, when you have single people around your wife, they have your wife doing all kind of stuff that they wouldn't normally be doing. But, you know, I trust my wife. She need a little outlet. Go ahead. Go on about your business. Y'all find something out. We're going to be sitting in that divorce court. I'm out of there. Hey, no. Got to go. Nope. Got to go. Don't try me. And see, that's why me and my wife work, because we both know that we both know nonsense. I know if I cheat on her, it ain't, and when I say cheating, we ain't talking about like just talking to somebody or texting somebody or nothing like that. We talking about sleeping with somebody. I know if I cheat on her, she gone. She know if she cheat on me, I'm gone. So when you have that level of mutual respect, That's how your relationship work, because you got respect in relationship. Y'all gotta forgive me. So that's where we at with it. So guess what? She'll go on her trip. I'll go on my trip with the boys. When she get back next month, we got a trip as a family. So now that's our family trip. We're going for my son got soccer, I think in North Carolina or South Carolina. Got soccer for a weekend. And then me and my son may have to go somewhere if he get to go out the country to train again. And then I may take my wife somewhere. You know, it's a big fight in Vegas, July 29th. I might want to fly out there. Might can't afford the ticket to the fight, but just be out there in that atmosphere and watch it at the movie theater or watch it, you know, somewhere where they having a gathering to watch the fight. Boom, go there. Watch the fight. And there you have it. So now me and my wife get our time. That one time I took her to the Maldives, man, that thing cost about 20 grand, but or more, but we made it happen though. We went on ahead and made it happen. It is what it is. And so every base will get covered. Time with my sons, time with my wife, time with all us together, time where she by herself, time where I'm by myself. And this is what marriage is. So you got to be able to be flexible, be understanding, and you got to grow where you weak at. You got to grow where you weak at. And so nobody is perfect. So when you're in a marriage, when the husband doing good, the wife gonna be doing bad. When the wife doing good, the husband gonna be doing bad. What I mean spiritually. And then you're gonna have times where both are doing good. But even in those times where both doing good, somebody gonna take a stupid pill once a day or once every other day to try to start an argument, and the other person got to reel it back in, get it back on track. And who is that mature person, that bigger person that's gonna alternate? And that's what we got to realize and understand. So now I started shooting this video when I left. I didn't realize it's 37 minutes, so I probably got another 5-10 minutes to the house. So this right here, you know, this ain't no easy trip. You got to come out of the house and you got to go do this. I had to go to 3 different places. Now, the reason I went to 3 different places, because for my wife, this is commonplace. Most people, it's like, listen, I'm going to one place. Everybody better get something from this one place. If you don't want nothing from here, you ain't getting nothing. And that's a typical attitude. I don't blame you. I ain't mad at you. That's my attitude. But my wife, she is a people pleaser. She is a server. So she makes it commonplace to go to 2, 3, or 4 different places to make sure everybody got something, everybody happy. She'll do that. So then that's why when she send me out, it'll be common for me to have to go to at least 2 places where everybody got something. Yesterday she said, what y'all want for dinner? Bring me some Popeyes. Y'all gotta forgive me, y'all healthy eaters right now. Y'all, hey, bring me some Popeyes, baby. And just get the boys some Popeyes too. Some little wings or something. Get the boys something, they good. I know my son just got off the treadmill. Got off the treadmill, get you a little Popeyes. He's sorry, son. We ain't got no grilled chicken and broccoli for you today. Hey, that's light. That's real light. Everything ain't gonna be done like the Joneses. Everything gonna be like the neighbor. And the thing about it is, when you're single, you could judge how married couples move. When you're married, you judge how single people move. When you ain't got no kids, you judge how people with kids move. One thing I have learned, don't ever judge somebody if you ain't in their shoes. That's one thing I've learned. You can comment on it, you can talk about it, you can analyze it, but you can't say what you wouldn't do until you in those shoes. You can even tell them what they shouldn't be doing, but you can't say what you wouldn't do until you in those shoes. Because you could know what I shouldn't be doing. Guess what? That make 2 of us. Both of us know what I shouldn't be doing. But I might not care that much about that one area. So for me, once a month, I'm finna tear me some Popeyes out the frame. I ain't worried about diabetes, cholesterol, hypertension. Hey, if that's gonna come off that once a month Popeyes, maybe twice a month Popeyes, hey, then Lord, I love you. Call me home. But I'm finna live. I'm finna live, cause guess what? People who eat raw vegetables dying at 50. People who, I heard a doctor say, he said one thing I've seen. He said, I've seen people who run marathons die at 50. He said, I've seen people who got the healthiest lifestyle get diagnosed with cancer. He said, one thing I've learned, everybody got to go. Live your life. Live your life based on your conscience. What feel good to you. Grow, learn, but have balance. Have balance. And so sometimes we get in a place and we do things out of ego. We become something special out of ego and for the attention. A lot of times people, virginity become their idol. People abstinence become their idol. People veganism or raw veganism or vegetarianism becomes their idol. It becomes more about the ego and the attention and the pride than it does the health benefits. It becomes something to talk about, something to be special for. People marriage become their idol. People single life become their idol. It becomes something that we pat ourselves on the back. Oh, I'm a married man. Oh, I'm a married man. You less than me because you're not a married man. And that's a real thing, because y'all hear how I be talking about these single men. Because it's almost like I'm looking at this marriage like, oh, this is my badge of honor. Hey, get from around me, old P.I. Oh, you single? You single? Oh, ooh. Sometimes I be looking at single men like they a leper. Like, oh, ooh, you single? Oh. And that's wrong. That's wrong. Shouldn't be like that. Yeah, you still need to get married now, but I shouldn't be judging the single man, cause I don't know what's wrong with him. Could have him a 1-incher, and that's keeping him insecure, and he's struggling, and he just afraid what a woman gonna say. You don't want no woman to have him in a song, in a diss track. Could have halitosis, so he can't kiss. Could have social anxiety or relational anxiety because of something that happened to him when he was in elementary or middle school. Had him a little girlfriend. She grabbed this thing on the playground, then went and told everybody what it looked like, and describing it, and that traumatized him, and now he just don't know how to be alone with a woman. Like, the man could be going through anything, and then here I'm Mills over here talking bad about him. Shouldn't be like that. We got to learn that too. We got to learn and grow. So see, this is one thing you're going to realize about this right here is, when I be shooting these videos, this a back and forth, this a discourse in the sense of, you got to respect my mind. Meaning, this ain't about no arguing and debating. This about just comparing notes. If you don't agree, you ain't got to tell me. If I want to know how you feel, I'll come on your channel. Get your channel. Let me know you got a channel. You feel differently, I'll come check the channel out. See what I'm saying? But what the purpose of this is so you can say, okay, this how Tony living, this how his life is, and this is the fruits that he have for his mindset and his lifestyle. This the fruits that I could see as far as his brand is concerned, his family or whatever. You know, what they have, what they able to do, how they living. Yes, the fact that they 16 years married, 2 boys getting to live their life, you know, this is coming from their mindset. This their mindset, so okay, let me compare it to my mindset. What do I agree with? What hadn't I thought about? What do I disagree with? Okay, boom, these the choices I'm gonna make, this is what I'm gonna do, and let's see what results that I get. And I'm gonna live with those results. And then if I get those results and I don't like those results, and it was something that I heard that I disagreed with, that I ain't believe now, because I ain't get the results that I wanted to get. Now let me take that into some consideration and see about that. Now let me see about that. See if I could take that little insight and get me some different results. And that's all it's about. That's all it's about. So here I am at 5 something in the morning when I left, coming out doing this 45-minute trip. And the reason why I share this is because most people just assume that this is a woman's job and that only the mom or the wife does this while the man in bed snoring. And that's not true. It's a lot of husbands who break their back, who bend over backwards, who sacrifice on a high level, who go the extra mile, who is the bigger person. Now see, look at this man here. He's an Indian. This is an Indian. And he out here 6 in the morning running. Now he built a little worse than me. And that man say, I'm finna do something about it. That man out here running and it is raining. He done got caught in that rain. Boy, that's dedication. Nah, we live in a decent neighborhood. If I stop that man could be a surgeon. That man could be a surgeon, some kind of doctor. I wish I could ask him, hey, what you do for a living, man? I'm just kind of trying to understand the mindset of somebody who out here running 6 o'clock in the morning in the rain in correlation to what you do to earn a living. Now, he could be a college student home on break because, sometimes they, his culture, they real hairy. He got a lot of hair. That's how I am, too. I might have a little bit of that in me. But he had a blanket of hair on him. So he could be 22 or he could be, in med school, 25 or something, just at the house with the parents, trying to run that roti off of them, that curry, chicken masala, tikka masala off of them. And so that right there, that's not what I'm finna do. Yes, I'm a life coach. I'm a relationship coach. And I'm a life coach. I'm a business coach, business strategist. I'm not finna be out here running 6 o'clock in the morning in the rain. Not finna do it. God bless him. Now see, he could be more successful than me, or he might not be as successful as me. But that's his calling right now. That's his goals right now. That's where he need to be at right now. The moral of that is you have to know where you need to grow. Because where you need to grow is what could be blocking you from your next level. See, a lot of times we won't evaluate ourselves. We won't look within, and we won't look and see what we need to do, who we need to become. And we are complacent. And when you're complacent, you get replaced in life. Whether that's on your job, whether that's in a relationship, a friendship, we get complacent. So right here, even this week, last couple weeks, I've been saying, Tony, got to grow. What areas you need to grow in? Okay, boom, let's grow. Okay, boom, let's grow. I'm going to send my driver $500 just because I pay him $35 an hour. 10 hours today will be $350. Then I tip him 20%. But I'm gonna just go ahead and give him $500 just for getting here at 5 o'clock and gotta sit there for a couple hours till my wife, flight. See him go check on her flight. Hey, God bless you. Watch this again. Watch this again while you driving, while you at work working. Get this in your spirit. Listen to different parts of it. You got to hear a video about 3 times so you hear different parts of it. Hear my heart. Hear where I'm coming from. Listen to learn and grow instead of the argue and debate. And that's going to take you to the next level. And to those y'all who listen to learn and grow and who don't be causing me a headache for me doing what I'm trying to do, I want to say I love you. God bless you. And I'm praying for you. And for those y'all who be coming on here to be a headache, I love you. God bless you. And I'm praying for you too. Keep your head up. Keep going. We'll talk soon. Oh, and remember, you got 90% off on the courses right now on Tony Gas Academy. Not every course. Not the Life Coach Certification, Life Coach Mastermind, or the Growth Club. But the rest of them, use the code 90. That's 90, 90, and it'll give you 90% off. TonyGasOnAcademy.com. We'll talk soon.